Have you ever noticed how some women simply exude elegance even in the simplest things? It's not the high heels or the designer dress. It's something much deeper. Maybe it's the way they hold a wine glass or how they walk, as if they own the world, effortlessly. They have little secrets, almost imperceptible gestures that make them unforgettable. It's like watching Selena Gomez during an interview, showing that modern elegance can be relaxed and authentic. It doesn't matter what she's wearing, it's the way she carries herself with confidence and ease that really makes the difference. And do you want to know what truly sets these women apart from others? It's small daily habits, subtle but absolutely transformative. I, Carol, am 38 years old, and I love everything that involves beauty and refinement. I believe that true elegance goes far beyond appearance. Let me share a few secrets that only truly elegant women know. And the best part? These are things any of us can apply. It's not about money, but about attitude and style. For example, did you know that Carolina Herrera is never seen frantically fixing her hair in public? It's all about control, self-awareness, and a poise that only a refined woman develops. By the way, if you love traveling like I do, you need to check out my ebook, Be Elegant When You Travel: Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. If you want to stand out as a true lady anywhere in the world, the link is in the first pinned comment. It's your passport to being an elegant and sophisticated woman anywhere on the globe. Before I continue, let me ask you this. Did you know that 85% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel? If you want to learn more about how to make your elegance a source of success, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm sure you'll love it. Ready to discover what only elegant women do every day? Because I guarantee after today, you'll never look at daily details the same way again. 1. Silent gestures that speak volumes. True elegance goes beyond words and is reflected in subtle actions. Think of Grace Kelly, who, even amid the flash of cameras at events, maintained a soft yet never excessive smile, allowing her presence to speak for itself. An elegant woman understands that expressions like please and thank you aren't just words. They are acts of respect that resonate beyond the moment. Picture yourself at a restaurant. The elegant woman holds her utensils with subtlety and precision. There's no rush, no excess. Her way of eating reflects her self-control, but that self-control extends far beyond the dining table. It's present in the small actions that often go unnoticed, like maintaining warm and attentive eye contact while someone is speaking, or the simple yet rare act of listening without feeling the need to interrupt. And the cherry on top? The gestures made off stage, like the handwritten thank you note she sends even in an age of instant messaging. Just as Audrey Hepburn would hand-deliver flowers backstage after a performance, the elegant woman makes silent gestures an extension of her essence. She leaves her mark without fanfare because she knows that true impact lies in the details. Now here's a question. How often do you recognize the power of these small gestures? They build invisible bridges, creating deep connections that endure even as time passes. 2. The art of shining in the storm. An elegant woman isn't measured by her grace on sunny days, but by how she carries herself through the storms. Like a ballerina who keeps dancing flawlessly even when the music stops, she understands that it's in the chaos where her true grace is revealed. Here's the key. It's not about avoiding the impact of difficulties, but about how she responds to them. Have you ever noticed in movies like The Godfather, how Vito Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, never raises his voice even in moments of crisis? His strength lies in the absolute calm with which he handles the unexpected, while everyone else around him loses control. Similarly, the elegant woman faces the most challenging situations with a composure that leaves a lasting impression. But this doesn't mean she lacks emotion or is cold. On the contrary, it's an exercise in emotional intelligence. She doesn't suppress her feelings. Instead, she channels them in a constructive way. Think of a storm. The wind howls, but the elegant woman is like bamboo, bending without breaking, maintaining her flexibility and resilience. This level of self-control doesn't appear out of thin air. It comes from years of cultivating small habits like practicing deep breathing in moments of tension or stepping away for a few minutes to gather her thoughts before responding. Consider Aung San Suu Kyi, who, in the face of political repression, fought for democracy in Myanmar with that unmistakable serenity, never shaken by the turmoil around her. And here's the secret. A woman's true power lies in her ability to remain calm when everything is on fire. Have you ever noticed that, in a heated argument, the person person who keeps their composure is the one whose voice ultimately carries the most weight? 3. The first impression begins with silence. An elegant woman knows that true presence isn't announced with noise, but with subtlety. Picture the iconic Audrey Hepburn making a grand entrance at a gala. Her movements are fluid and graceful, as if the entire room adjusts to her presence. It's not just about the stunning dress, but the way she walks with lightness and confidence, conveying an unmistakable aura before she even speaks. Achieving this impactful presence goes far beyond just physical balance. It's about mastering body language. Perfect posture comes from the alignment of confidence and self-control. And yes, old-school techniques like walking with a book on your head still hold value. The secret, though, lies in how this practice influences your mindset. Physical training rewires your internal energy, allowing you to move with greater purpose. The elegant woman also enters a room with an intuitive reading of the atmosphere. Just like in films where the camera zooms in on a specific character to highlight their importance, elegance is seen in how you become a reference point in a space without saying a word. Here's an interesting detail. Women like Queen Elizabeth II were known for wearing bright colors, not to stand out at first glance, but so that in a crowd, people could easily locate her without effort. That's planning, that's elegance with strategy. The question is, how often have you thought about the impact of your posture when entering a room? Because that first impression, silent and deliberate, speaks volumes before any formal introduction. 4. The elegance of the soul. True elegance isn't just seen, it's felt. It's like watching Mahershala Ali in one of his most emotional scenes. You don't just see an actor, you feel the depth of his humanity. An elegant person carries within them the ability to touch others' lives through genuine compassion. This compassion isn't limited to grand heroic gestures. It's found in the small choices made every day. Think of Lady Diana, who, beyond attending glamorous events, devoted her time to humanitarian causes, always with a warm and welcoming smile. The elegant woman understands that true luxury isn't in what she wears, but in how she makes others feel. She knows that offering a kind word or a shoulder to cry on is the highest form of sophistication. Have you noticed that the most iconic female figures in films and literature share a common trait? They're loved for the way they care for others. Think of Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. Her strength lies in her empathy, even for those who wrong her. This ability to see beyond the surface is what makes her unforgettable. How often have you considered that your compassion could be the most valuable piece of your style? A woman's elegance reveals itself most powerfully in the small actions that make someone's day better, whether by offering help, a word of encouragement, or even a warm smile to a stranger. Compassion is the final touch that turns any gesture into something truly memorable. 5. The art of conversation. True elegance goes beyond appearance, manifesting in the mastery of conversation. Dame Judi Dench exemplifies this. Her presence captivates, but it's her ability to listen and connect that makes her unforgettable. The elegant woman doesn't try to dominate the dialogue. Instead, she fosters an environment where ideas flow freely and everyone feels respected and valued. Have you noticed how, in series like Sherlock, conversations are like a dance? Sherlock Holmes, for instance, uses his words with precision and wit, but always with a touch of irony that invites the other person to engage. This balance is the secret of a woman who excels in conversation. She guides without overpowering. It's like a tennis match where the exchange is smooth with no abrupt interruptions, and everyone gets their moment to shine. One of the keys to this mastery is genuine curiosity. The elegant woman truly wants to understand. Like Oprah, who built her career on the art of asking questions that touch the heart, the woman who masters conversation knows that the true power lies in how she makes others feel, seen and understood. How many times has a meaningful conversation made you reconsider your opinions, or, at the very least, reflect more deeply? The elegant woman is always ready to share her ideas while remaining equally open to learning something new in every encounter. The secret is in balance, being engaging without being excessive, assertive without dominating. In the end, a good conversation is an exchange that enriches everyone involved, and this skill is what makes an elegant woman stand out. How many opportunities can you create simply by knowing how to converse with charm and intelligence? 6. The elegance of movement. A truly elegant woman turns every gesture into a subtle choreography, nearly imperceptible, yet unforgettable. Think of Cate Blanchett in Carol. Each of her movements is fluid and intentional, as if time slows down to match her presence. This body awareness is the secret behind an elegance that transcends clothing and accessories. Have you noticed how, in martial arts, controlled and smooth movements symbolize strength? Tai Chi, for instance, transforms each gesture into a deliberate and precise action, elevating elevating the body to a state of balance and harmony. Similarly, the elegant woman moves with the same intentionality. It's not about slowness, but the thought behind each action. This art of movement also plays out in social interactions. A hand gesture can either reinforce your message or distract from it, depending on your intention. Think of classic actresses like Julie Andrews. Her small, controlled gestures made her performances unforgettable. She understood that elegance lies in control, in the absence of excess. The elegant woman knows that even the smallest movement can communicate something powerful. How many times have you acted impulsively without considering how it affected the way others perceive you? The woman who aligns her gestures with intention conveys a sense of calm and confidence. This presence, where every movement is carefully executed, makes even the simplest moments of the day feel like a silent, refined performance. The power of a conscious movement lies in how it creates an aura of serenity and control. By practicing this level of attention, you adjust your posture and mindset, allowing yourself to be fully present and focused in every action you take. 7. The perfume. An elegant woman leaves a lasting impression far beyond her physical presence. Her perfume is an invisible signature that lingers in memory. Like the unforgettable soundtrack of Titanic, the right fragrance captures her personality and transforms her presence into something almost mythical. Think of Marilyn Monroe, who immortalized her image by revealing that she wore just a few drops of Chanel No. 5 inches to bed. It's not about the fragrance itself, but the way it enriches moments and becomes an integral part of her identity. But perfume is more than just an olfactory choice, it's a reflection of your essence. In literature, scents are often used to describe a character's soul. In Perfume by Patrick Suskind, the protagonist seeks to capture the perfect essence to define beauty. Similarly, the elegant woman understands that her signature scent is not just any fragrance. It must resonate with who she is, becoming an invisible extension of her personality. Here's the secret. Perfume shouldn't dominate the room, but rather create a subtle mystery. A touch on the neck, wrists, or collarbone is all it takes for the warmth of the body to gradually reveal its notes. Much like a conversation where every word is carefully chosen. The effect? A delicate, lingering memory that leaves people intrigued, like an unforgettable scene in a movie that you can't shake from your mind. How many times have you been reminded of someone by a specific scent? Just as certain songs or film scenes transport us to distant memories, perfume has the power to make any moment eternal. The elegant woman knows that her fragrance is an essential, yet invisible accessory, creating a far more lasting impact than any piece of clothing. 8. The power of silence. A truly elegant woman knows that silence, when used wisely, can be more impactful than words. Like in a classic film, where pauses between dialogues are as meaningful as the spoken lines, she understands that true strength doesn't always lie in what is said, but in what is left unsaid. Consider characters like Claire Underwood from House of Cards. Her presence speaks volumes, even when she chooses to remain silent. This is where her power lies, in mastering the quiet. Silence, when used with intention, reveals self-confidence and emotional control. It creates a space where real connections can occur. In a world that values noise and quick responses, the elegant woman finds her strength in being unrushed. Just as a work of art needs blank space to be fully appreciated, silence gives conversations room to breathe and ideas space to bloom. In music, the pauses are as important as the notes. They create tension, anticipation, and ultimately, the emotional impact that makes the melody unforgettable. The elegant woman, in the same way, knows that her presence and wisdom don't need to be constant to be powerful. As Coco Chanel once said, elegance is not about being noticed, but being remembered. Sometimes, what makes her unforgettable is her ability to stay silent, observing and reflecting before speaking. How often have you found yourself in situations where silence spoke louder than words? The elegant woman doesn't need to have the last word, because she knows her actions, her glances, and her posture communicate far more than a lengthy speech. Mastering silence is like a dance. You need to know when to step forward and when to step back. In the end, what she chooses not to say can have as much impact as her carefully chosen words. 9. Dressing with intention. An elegant woman doesn't dress just to impress, but to express who she is in a conscious and deliberate way. Like Gustav Klimt, carefully selecting his colors to create a masterpiece, she chooses each item of clothing with intention, knowing that every detail matters. Think of how Victoria Beckham became a style icon with her impeccably minimalist looks. Every piece is thoughtfully selected, and nothing is accidental. The true connection lies in the philosophy behind these choices. Dressing with intention goes beyond following fleeting trends. It's about building a wardrobe that stands the test of time. Like the plot of a great book you can read and reread, An Elegant Woman's Closet is a collection of timeless classics. Well-tailored blazers, A-line dresses, and high-quality tailored pieces not only fit well, but send a message of self-awareness and refinement. Have you noticed how characters in period films like Downton Abbey move in clothing that feels like an extension of their personalities? It's not just about what they wear, but how they carry their clothes, with grace and confidence. Similarly, the elegant woman understands that the clothes she chooses are a reflection of her essence and values. The idea here isn't to blindly follow trends, but to build a foundation of timeless pieces that speak louder than any passing fashion. And it goes beyond outward appearance. The internal details, like impeccable tailoring or high-quality fabric, elevate any piece to a unique level. The woman who dresses with intention knows that elegance lies in the small details, the fit, the texture, the neutral color palette that effortlessly harmonizes. How often have you dressed in a rush without considering the impact your clothes have on your state of mind? The elegant woman dresses with care, understanding that her appearance can influence both her mood and how others perceive her. In the end, dressing thoughtfully is a daily ritual of self-care, where each choice reflects her confidence, identity, and the beauty of simple, well-executed style. And now tell me, after learning these 9 little things that only elegant women do, are you feeling more prepared to highlight your elegance in your everyday life? Every detail makes a huge difference, from mastering the art of a graceful entrance to understanding the power of silence and self-control under pressure. After all, elegance is a set of attitudes and gestures that can be applied every single day, without exception. But here's an important question. Could there be childhood habits that are still sabotaging your elegance today? Often, old behaviors go unnoticed and end up undermining your image, even when you're doing everything to appear sophisticated. If you want to discover which habits to eliminate once and for all, I have a special video just for you. 5 habits to eliminate from childhood. How to be elegant. In it, I'll show you how to break some habits that might be compromising your elegant posture. Curious already? It'll be worth every minute. If you want more tips on how to stand out through elegance, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Leave a like down below if you want to make elegance your path to success because, as I always say, elegance is profitable. Speaking of which, what did you think of the video? Comment down below with "Elegance is in the details." I'd love to hear your thoughts. And for those of you who love to travel, don't forget my ebook, Be Elegant When You Travel: Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. If you want to be remembered anywhere in the world for your elegance and sophistication, it's a must-read. The link is in the first pinned comment. See you in the next video.